August 29, welcome back. It's the 4IR Automotive News, wrapping together the last week's main automotive news from around the world. Today we are covering Toyota Autonomous Partnership, the falling EV prices, Tesla striding ahead continues on, driver-assisted annoying features, and issues with EV going at scale. On Monday, Chinese startup Pony.ai announced it would collaborate with Toyota on the future technology of autonomous vehicles. The overarching goal is to provide safe mobility services for all. Pony.ai has operated a self-driving ride-hailing service in a pilot project in Guangzhou. The Toyota partnership will see Pony.ai come together and tackle public roads now in Beijing, a little busier out there, and they're going to be using the Lexus RX to serve as the test vehicle. Let's see how that comes along. Bring them on, can't wait. Now, despite ICE vehicles continue to rise in prices, the actual EVs are coming down in price. Good news. In fact, the latest research done by Cox Automotive show that EV prices have dropped from the average of $64,000 down to $55,000, which is 13.4% decrease. Good news. Most of all, that is generally thanks to Tesla's Model 3, which is retailing before incentives at around $39,000. Tesla now dominates that EV space with nearly 80% of EV sales in the US through them. It's likely to drop even more EV prices if, I guess, a lot of these car makers weren't making luxury EVs. The latest one from Audi, the e-tron, right up there. So as it starts to infiltrate into the kind of mid-range vehicles, that's just going to bring those prices down on average as well. So while Tesla seems to continue to rule the roost in the EV market, it is surprising given that currently they are behind the competition when it comes to their car's features and technology. Even so, Tesla is said to have a 10-year lead on other companies in the EV space. Amazing. So while the company's better boards and technology, generally speaking, it definitely does not have the advanced features of others. Tesla seems to be missing cars in terms of windshield-based head-up displays, steering wheel heaters, seat cooling technology, 360 view sensors for much easier parallel parking, and self-closing trunks. So a little bit behind on those features. So what is it all about? Well, what they're saying is, aside from its technology disadvantages or feature disadvantages and its technology advantages, many consumers lean towards Tesla not mainly because of the specs, but because of its affordability and convenience in the space. Now, alerts from the new driver assist systems are becoming so annoying, apparently, that some motorists are starting to turn the features off. I found that frustrated drivers now may avoid the systems in future vehicle purchases. In fact, the technology, they say, cannot come across as a nagging parent. No one wants to be constantly told that they're driving incorrectly. Systems that keep vehicles centered or within their lanes were problematic for owners. The study found. Personally, for me, I think that's great. I can do with that. It's an average of 23% of drivers with the ecosystem view the alerts as very annoying. In fact, that varies by brand as it can be up to 30% believing that way. Let's see what they do with that. You've got to get ready in some way for these autonomous vehicles coming in, haven't we? And lastly, there is concern over the ability to move electric vehicles at scale. There are something like 100 new electric vehicles headed to market in the coming years. Remains uncertain whether they're going to be able to find sufficient number of buyers, especially with some of the issues that are out there, such as affordability. People are concerned about that, but the reality is, as I said earlier, is that the prices are coming down because lithium battery prices are also coming down. On top of that, when you've actually got the vehicle and you're running it, it's proven that it's something like $4,700 cheaper for an urban vehicle EV for over 5 years than it is for an internal combustion engine automotive. Then Other concerns are the batteries. The battery worries move among EV considerers. 50% expect an EV's battery to last 100,000 miles or longer, whereas equally there's 47% that peg it at 65,000 or less. In fact, all EV batteries are covered under a manufacturer's warranty for 8 years / 100,000 miles or longer. So there you go. With Hyundai offering lifetime coverage on its Kona EV battery cells. Third issue is range and public charging concerns. Well, that as things get more popular and if you read everywhere now, there are EV stations coming in all over the place. I think it was 1 million are now in China. So it's just really coming out. And then lastly, it's dealership issues, which again, people, the sales guys apparently need training on how to deal with EV questions. That's it. So that's automotive news for the week. See you next week.